Hi, I'm Rob and welcome to another TW White & Sons video review. Today's car is a Mazda CX-30. So we have a Soul Red Crystal. This is a SKYACTIV G engine, 122 horsepower, mild hybrid engine. This is a manual gearbox vehicle with 6 speeds, running through the front wheels, and the trim level is a Sport Luxe. So, it's a one owner vehicle from new. It was put on the road late 2021, so it's just coming into its third year this year and has a lovely 18,200 mile mileage. It's in really nice condition, this car, which the customer switched in for another CX-30. I'm very happy with it, they are too. So, Soul Red Crystal car with the Sport Luxe. We'll come to the back of the car here. You have reverse parking sensors running along the bumper edge. If I dip down here, there's a camera just poking itself out there, and the sensors are accompanied with the front parking sensors as well. So you've got a ring of sensors around the car aiding driving and parking, as is the matte plastic, which is a nice ring of plastic steel, if you like, just to protect the car's coloured parts from door-on-door action. And at the front of the car again, you've got the sport grille. It's nice little prongs here. We have LED headlamps set up with auto high beam, and these lights are automatic, so they'll kick on and off when it's dark. Come around the side of the car, standard fit on the privacy glass, which complements the black glossy trim around the vehicle. And the car's got keyless entry to allow you to get in and out of the vehicle. At the back, there's a touchpad underneath the badge. This is where you'll open the tailgate. In this instance, it's powered and can be used on the key fob or an internal button within inside the vehicle. So you have a 40-60 split, 40-60. Lifting up the boot carpet, you'll see that there's storage. That's the locking wheel nuts set in there, and of course a mobility kit in lieu of a spare. No spare is standard in a Mazda car, but can be ordered. So parcel shelf, easy to remove. Pull the tongs out of the top and just place back inside the car, and then you can tumble the seats down. So using the power tailgate button, just give it a touch and down it goes into the back of the car. Now these are 5-seaters. There are 3 3-point belts for all. The 2 outer seat bases are ISOFIX equipped, allowing you to fit a child seat correctly and safely. Pull out armrest if you're carrying 4 for drinks. And inside the car, there are original Mazda mats from the last owner, looking nice and pristine. The whole car's looking rather lovely and clean. No marks, no little tabs where there's been seats attached in there for child seats. So it's nice and clean, unsullied. As all the door cards, car's in good nick. So this is where your keyless entry is. There's a little touch pad here. Give it a touch. He says. And then into the main car itself. So we have driver's door cards, all the controls for windows, mirrors and power folding. Onto the sporty cloth covered driving seat with many adjustments, sort of a height under thigh support, just using the controller here, and that can work in unison with the nice leather bound steering wheel, which is also reach and rake adjustable. So let's hop in. Inside the car, the way to start the Mazda CX-30, foot on clutch in this instance because it's a 6-speed manual. That makes the green button illuminate on stop start engine. Give it one push and that'll power the car up, and you'll note that the middle of the 3 dials is actually a digital dial. The other 2 are analog, giving you key information around revs, fuel, water temperature. The digital dial in the middle can be configured. So back to the steering wheel, the leather bound wheel. So you have controls here. This is predominantly for Bluetooth, voice activation, your volume control, more importantly, info. So info will then display other driving information, in this instance consumption figures. It will show that the vehicle has lane departure, and again that's a facility that can be turned on and off if should you choose to do so. But it also activates the adaptive cruise. So on the right hand steering wheel spoke, you'll note we've got a speed limiter, adaptive cruise. So if I turn it on, it's live, ready for a command. You can then adjust your gap in time. Sorry about the glare there, that's it. So that's 2 seconds, 1.5, 1 second and half a second. That will preserve that all the way down to a halt. If the car's following in front, brakes, you'll brake with it, preserving that time gap, as I say, down to a halt, which is really good. We have automatic lights for the stock. We have automatic wipers, which need to be nudged down one notch. That will then give the light, and one courtesy wipe, which is just white. You'll also note our cars have head-up display. This is what the box here is. I'm just going to try and zoom in, and you can see on this Toyota Aygo, you've got 0 for the speed, 30 for the speed of the road that are joining us, and obviously you can set that all up and it will display there in your eye line, keeping you fully informed. So I mentioned before, steering wheel's fully adjustable for reach and rake. There's a control lever here, and the whole thing can be moved up and down, in and out, to your satisfaction. So coming across with some more switches here hidden out the way. So you've got one for the traction control, one to turn off the stop and go function, and one to turn off your rear parking sensors. This would be really if you fitted a tow bar. Coming across, we have climate control, which is left and right sided, so they can be split independently left and right sided. If you just decide to sync, it would go with the driver's preference, and always the driver's preference. Fan in the middle, easy to use. And then you've got heated seats for driver and passenger. Again, 3 stages, 3 levels of warmth. Okay, coming down, more storage. Cup holder storage, and then you're onto the multimedia interface. So this controls the landscape style tablet here. Firstly, we need to turn it on, so let's give it some music. Once you click there, you can bring up different various sources, FM, AM and digital radio, as you'd expect, Bluetooth for streaming of your music and pairing of your phone. And where it says smartphone apps, we have a sliddy cubby here between the seats, and you'll note there's some inputs in there, and that's where you'll plug in. Sorry, it's a little bit dark. I'm try and get that bit better. There we are. That's where you'll plug in for your USB to gain access to Apple and Android. So this will give you mapping, media and other apps available on the screen above. Fully controlled from the controllers below. This controller twists, it moves north, south, east and west, and then it clicks to actually engage a function. You have a quick access to home, with which you can see other information. You have a quick access to navigation, which will bring up Mazda's navigation. And of course, the last thing of note is if you're going to use Apple or Android for your mapping, then of course that will give you Google Maps or Waze. So coming back down, auto handbrake, which in turn gives this area a bit more clutter-free and mainly available for storage. Like the lidded armrest, which has got lots of storage in there as below. And again, same in glove box, nice and deep and easy to store stuff. By engaging reverse, we'll bring up the camera and it will make the sensors engage. However, we're not close enough for the sensors to beep, but we are close enough for it to sense anything behind it, i.e. there's a visual aid of the vehicle's part behind this car. So coming back out of there, we're pretty much done on features. As I say, car's in great nick. There's no marks on the headlining, door cards, no rips, tears or any funny smells. So that concludes this video. Thank you for reviewing our Mazda CX-30 SKYACTIV G 122 horsepower sport manual gearbox. So looking forward to calls regarding this car. Car's in lovely condition. We can help you purchase the car with various dealer funding, and of course we accept a part exchange. Just bring the car with you should you choose to come and view this vehicle. So thank you for reviewing. We look forward to hearing from you soon.